The car stops before I realize it. The banner waves in the wind, bright and cruel. Welcome, baby Noah. My heart pounds against my ribs like it wants out. Daniel's truck is parked by the curb. Beside it, a red sedan I know too well. Lena's car. My best friend. The woman who stood beside me on my wedding day. The woman who held my hand when I cried in hospital corridors. I tell myself it's impossible. There must be some explanation. But the front door is wide open, and laughter spills out. My feet move before my brain catches up. Each step heavier than the last. Inside smells like vanilla cake and betrayal. Voices I know fill the air. My mother. Daniel's mother. Lena's. Daniel's painting the nursery this weekend, someone says. Nursery. The word hits like a blow. Our nursery. The one he promised to keep untouched. My vision blurs. I move closer, quiet, unseen. And there he is. Daniel. Holding a paint swatch in one hand, resting the other on Lena's shoulder. Her stomach round, glowing under the soft light. He smiles down at her. Pride in his eyes. My world collapses soundlessly. Someone jokes about Daddy's handiwork. He laughs, the same laugh that once belonged to me. The teacup in my hand slips. It shatters on the floor, sharp and final. The room freezes. Every face turns toward me. Every voice dies. Daniel's color drains away. Emma, he says, like a question, like a plea. My mother gasps. Oh, God. I hear her move, but I step back. The crunch of porcelain under my shoes fills the silence. Don't stop the party because of me, I say. My voice sounds calm, almost steady. Daniel opens his mouth. I can explain. I laugh. It's a sound I don't recognize. Explain what? How long you've been playing house with her? The air trembles. Emma, please, Lena whispers, tears streaking her perfect face. Don't. The word cuts like ice. Don't you dare speak to me. Around me, people stare, but no one moves. Friends, family, neighbors. All of them silent. All of them complicit. The silence weighs more than words ever could. I look at Daniel. The man I built my life around. The man who let it burn. I worked 60-hour weeks so you could find yourself. My hands shake, but my voice does not. I paid the mortgage, the bills, every dream you ever had. He flinches. Lena sobs quietly, clutching her stomach. No one helps her. No one helps me. I turn toward the door. My mother's voice follows me, desperate. Emma, please, not like this. I stop only once. Well, I say softly, consider me done. The door closes with a gentle click. Outside, the autumn air bites at my skin. The sky is still beautiful. And somewhere behind me, their laughter dies. The hotel room smells like nothing. Clean sheets, filtered air, no memories. I sit on the edge of the bed, still wearing my coat. The silence is too perfect, too empty. My phone keeps lighting up. Daniel's name flashes again and again. I flip it face down. He can scream into the void if he wants. I open my laptop. The screen glow feels like interrogation light. A folder waits on the desktop. Its name, Truth. I click it open. Rows of screenshots, videos, receipts. Proofs I collected when doubt first whispered. The first photo shows Lena's red car parked in my driveway. Tuesday to 14 p.m. Another one, Thursday, 11:30 a.m. Over and over. 17 visits in 3 months. Then the credit card records. Pottery Barn Kids. A baby boutique downtown. He said we couldn't afford new curtains. But there was money for a crib. My throat burns. Next come the texts. Working late tonight. Client meeting. Dinner with the guys. Every lie tagged, dated, cataloged. The work of a woman trying to believe. I scroll faster. Screens blur together. Then I see the group chat. My mother's message. The situation is delicate. Better she doesn't know yet. Her words twist my stomach. Even she chose silence. I close the laptop before I throw it. The weight of betrayal presses on my chest. The room spins. A knock at the door breaks the stillness. I look through the peephole. My father. He looks older than I remember. When I open the door, his eyes are red. I told them this was wrong, he says quietly. The words slice through the air. I collapse into his arms. For the first time, I let myself cry. He smells like old books and pipe smoke. The scent of home, of safety. They stopped inviting me, he whispers. Said I was making everyone uncomfortable. I pull away, wiping my face with my sleeve. I have something to show you. We sit by the desk, the glow of the laptop between us. I show him everything. Every file. Every timestamp. Every piece of my broken marriage. He says nothing, but his jaw tightens. When the last photo fades from the screen, he exhales slowly. They deserve whatever comes next. His voice is steady, calm. The kind of calm that comes after storms. I nod, my chest hollow but lighter. For the first time in days, I breathe. He takes my hand. You don't have to fight this alone. I squeeze back. I think I already have. Outside, the city hums beneath the window. Life goes on. It always does. But tonight, something shifts inside me. The part that begged for answers finally goes quiet. And in its place, something colder. Something stronger. Morning sunlight cuts through the curtains. I haven't slept. The laptop is still open on the desk, glowing like a wound. I dress carefully, the way I used to for client meetings. Sharp lines, neutral tones, armor made of fabric. Downstairs, the world moves as if nothing happened. Cars, coffee, people smiling into phones. But my life has cracked clean in half. At 9, I walk into a quiet law office downtown. The plaque reads Rebecca Shaw and Associates. The receptionist greets me with polite surprise. I tell her I have an appointment. 10 minutes later, Rebecca enters. Gray hair, red glasses, voice steady as stone. She studies me once, then nods. Let's get started. The papers spread across her desk like battle plans. Mortgage statements, tax forms, bank records. Every document bears my name alone. Daniels appears nowhere. He doesn't have a leg to stand on, she says. Her calm feels like oxygen. For the first time, I see a path out. She drafts the petition quickly. Each line another nail in the coffin of our marriage. When I sign, my hand doesn't tremble. It feels like closing a deal I should have made years ago. Rebecca looks up. We'll file this today. By month's end, he'll be gone. Her certainty steadies me. I thank her and leave. Outside, the air feels sharper. I walk past shop windows filled with wedding dresses. Silk and lace ghosts smiling back. My phone buzzes. Mom. I let it ring once, twice, then answer. Emma Louise Collins, open this door right now. Her voice slices through the receiver. I'm already back in the hotel when she arrives. Her knock echoes like thunder. She bursts in before I can speak. You can't just throw away 15 years. Her perfume fills the room, heavy and familiar. I stand still. I didn't throw it away. He did. She paces, furious. You'll regret this. When you're old and alone. I cut her off. Like you regretted staying with Dad after his affair. The words hang between us, sharp and clean. She freezes. For once, she has no reply. Silence blooms where her anger used to be. She leaves without another word. The door closes softly behind her. I sit on the bed, breathing hard. Then I open my phone. Daniel has called 12 times from new numbers. I block them one by one. Each tap feels like cutting a string. Netflix, bank account, cell plan. One by one, I erase his name from my life. By evening, he's gone from every login, every card, every trace. The world is quieter now. I pour myself a glass of wine. The reflection in the window looks like someone I almost recognize. Stronger, sharper, finally awake. 3 months pass like a blur. Lawyers, signatures, emails at midnight. Then one morning, Rebecca calls. "Today's the day," she says. I park across the street from what used to be my house. The trees are bare now, branches like bones against the gray sky. A sheriff's car waits in the driveway. Next to him, a man in a charcoal suit holds a folder. Right on schedule. The front door opens. Daniel steps out, shirt wrinkled, eyes swollen. Behind him, Lena appears, one hand on her belly. Her face pale, desperate. "What's going on?" Daniel demands. The sheriff speaks calmly. "Sir, we're here to serve an eviction notice." Daniel's voice cracks. "Eviction, this is my home." The man with the folder clears his throat. "According to our records, the property belongs solely to Ms. Collins." Daniel's eyes dart across the street. He sees me in the car. He points, furious. "She's doing this. She planned all of it." The sheriff moves between us. "Sir, please stay calm." Lena cries softly, clutching her belly. "Emma, please," she calls. "Think about the baby." Her voice trembles, high and raw. I roll down the window just enough. "I hope Daniel knows how to drive for Uber," I say quietly. "You'll need the money." Her mouth falls open. The words hang in the cold air. The sheriff hands Daniel a clipboard to sign. He refuses at first, then scrawls his name with shaking hands. I watch them pack the car. Trash bags of clothes. Boxes of baby items. Lena carries a stuffed giraffe, crying into its fur. Daniel slams the trunk 3 times before it closes. They drive off without looking back. 5 minutes later, I step out of my car. The key turns easily in the lock. Inside, the air smells stale, like someone else's life. There are coffee mugs in the sink, half-empty bottles of vitamins. A pregnancy book lies open on the couch. The photo on the mantel stops me cold. Daniel and Lena, smiling at a sonogram. I pick it up, study it for a moment, then toss it into the fireplace. The glass cracks like ice. My phone rings. Daniel's mother. "How dare you?" she screams. "You're destroying a family." I trace my finger through the dust on the mantel. "Your son did that when he moved his pregnant girlfriend in." "No one will take your side," she spits. "The whole family stands with Daniel." I laugh. They already did. At the baby shower. I hang up and start opening windows. The cold air rushes in, clean and sharp. Every breath feels like reclaiming space. When Rebecca arrives, she's smiling. "The judge dismissed his alimony claim," she says. "Shortest hearing of my career." She hands me the signed order. 15 years, reduced to a few sheets of paper. I run my fingers over the judge's signature. "It's over," I whisper. For the first time, it truly feels like it. The apartment in Seattle smells like new paint and coffee. Boxes line the floor, each one labeled in neat handwriting. My handwriting. I left everything else behind. Every photo, every trace of the life I built for someone else. Here, the silence feels different. Not empty, peaceful. I unpack slowly. One book, one plate, one mug. Starting from nothing feels strange but clean. Outside, rain streaks the glass. Seattle rain, constant, quiet. I make tea and watch the city move below. For the first time in months, I don't feel watched. My new job starts Monday. A consulting firm downtown. Better pay, better title, no ghosts in the halls. The recruiter said they saw leadership in my eyes. Maybe it's just survival. At night, I open a blank journal. The first page stares back at me, white and waiting. I write 2 words. I'm free. The next morning, a message lights up my phone. From an unknown number. Lena had the baby. It's a boy. I stare at it for a long time. I wait for the ache, for jealousy, for rage. Nothing comes. Only quiet understanding. They deserve each other. Later that week, I meet my father for breakfast. He looks lighter now, older but calmer. "You look better," he says, folding his newspaper. I smile. Dr. Parker says I'm processing well. "She's right," he says. "She always said you were stronger than you think." We eat in silence, the kind that feels safe. He tells me about his new hobby, photography. I tell him about a coworker who invited me to a painting class. He grins. "Try it, you might surprise yourself." I do. The class smells of acrylic and rain. Colors blend beneath my fingers, shapes forming from chaos. I paint a sunrise. When the teacher asks what it means, I just say, "Starting over." Weeks pass. Each one easier than the last. One afternoon, I scroll through the news. A headline catches my eye. "Local delivery driver arrested after bar fight." Daniel's name sits right beneath it. I stare at it for a second, then close the app. No anger, no pity, just distance. Lena files for divorce soon after. My friend Catherine tells me over lunch, eyes bright with gossip. She's asking for $500 a month in child support. I laugh. On a delivery salary, good luck. The laugh feels good. Real. A sound I thought I'd lost. I spend the next weekend clearing space in my closet. Each box I fill goes straight to donation. Clothes, gifts, pieces of the past. By Sunday evening, only my things remain. Clothes that fit, books I chose. Me, exactly as I am. For the first time, I stand in front of the mirror and recognize the woman looking back. Not someone's wife. Not someone's mistake. Just Emma. And she's still standing. A year passes quietly. The apartment no longer feels new. It feels lived in, mine. Sunlight spills across the hardwood floors. Fresh flowers stand on the table, my weekly promise to myself. I make coffee and open the windows. The city hums below, alive and distant. Work has become steady, satisfying. I lead meetings, sign contracts, end calls with confidence. Sometimes, I forget the woman who once trembled in hotel rooms. Sometimes I remember her, and I thank her for surviving. Thanksgiving comes early this year. I invite 6 friends from work. No family, no old ghosts. Just laughter, music, and warm food. My father arrives first, holding a bottle of wine. He looks proud, content. "To new traditions," he says, raising his glass. I echo the words softly. They feel right. The evening glows with the kind of peace I used to envy. No one walks on eggshells here. No one keeps secrets. We eat until the candles burn low. Later, when the apartment grows quiet again, I find a letter in the mail. It's from Lena. Her handwriting's small and hesitant. She writes about Daniel. About missed child support payments. About her struggle to keep the lights on. My hand hovers over the page. Once, her pain would have pierced me. Now, it only feels far away. I type a short reply. "I wish you and your son well. But our paths ended a long time ago." I hit send. Then block her number. The silence that follows feels like peace. Days later, I receive an envelope from a travel agency. Inside is a confirmation for the Santorini cruise. The same trip Daniel and I once planned. The one that never happened. I pin the itinerary to my fridge, beside my promotion letter. The sight makes me smile. The morning of departure dawns clear and cold. I stand by the harbor, suitcase in hand. The water glitters under the rising sun. Seagulls wheel overhead, sharp and white. In my pocket, something heavy. The wedding ring. I found it last night in a drawer I rarely open. I take it out, hold it up to the light. The sapphire sparkles, stubborn and blue. I think of the girl who once wore it with hope. Then I draw my arm back and throw. The ring arcs through the air, a flash of light before it disappears beneath the waves. Goodbye, I whisper. The word feels final but kind. The ship horn echoes across the bay. I board with one suitcase and no regrets. Inside, I find my cabin. Small but perfect. A journal waits on the desk, blank and ready. I sit down and write the first line. Today, I begin again. Outside, the ocean stretches endless and bright. I breathe in the salt air. And for the first time in my life, I feel completely free. The sea is calm beneath a pale morning sky. Waves brush against the ship like quiet applause. I lean on the railing, coffee warm in my hands. Salt air tangles through my hair, soft and clean. Somewhere behind me, laughter drifts from the deck. Strangers beginning their own stories. Mine is already underway. Something went wrong while generating the response. If this issue persists, please contact us through our help center at help. Open I, com. TH letter 1 ED L letter 1 EA 1 I.